let me say from start with a different point, and I want to suggest to you that the support that Israel received from the United States probably will remain very strong for as far as the eye can see. There is a specific affinity toward Israel by the American public, and there is a moral commitment by all American administrations going back, as I said, from the day Israel was created. So that support is going to continue. There's no question about it. On the other hand, if you were to ask me, is it eroding somewhat? I'm saying it's eroding, albeit it's going to stay, but it is begin to erode a little bit. And that is why, when you look, and some surveys were taken, less young men and women in the United States support in Israel than they were supporting it 5 years ago. There's a reason for that. If you look at congressional leaders, many in the Congress also begin to feel that this conflict is going nowhere, and it is undermining United States interest in the Middle East, and actually undermining Israel's interest in particular. So there is now growing awareness, and perhaps this came about because of Netanyahu's attitude, Netanyahu's approach, Netanyahu's defiance of the United States, and also of course giving the turmoil throughout the region. So the United States, the public as well as members of Congress, many of them begin to think the time has come for change. And I think if the president takes now initiative, I think he will receive far greater support in this regard than any of his predecessors. Well, in any bilateral relations, however uneven in terms of who's supporting who's more, there is always mutual benefit of sort. There's no question about it. Yes, the United States provides probably far greater support to Israel than Israel supporting the United States. However, that said, the United States needs also genuine friends in a very troubled region. Israel is a very genuine and reliable friend. There is no doubt about it. They both benefit from, militarily speaking, a great deal from exchange of military information, but in the main, military and intelligence. I think the United States rely heavily on Israel gathering of information in the region, second to none. And this is very, very important also for the United States to continue to collect this information using Israel, at least in that part of the world, as a major source from which the United States benefits a great deal. Then you have, of course, to military collaboration, cooperation. There is no question Israel is one of the most advanced countries, technologically speaking. And there is a great deal of collaboration and cooperation between the United States and Israel in this regard. But I can also mention to you scores of other areas, in economic development, in education, in so many different other fields where both countries collaborate and from which both countries actually benefit. So putting it in the proper context, you have two countries benefiting from one another. Certainly Israel is a great deal more benefiting from this relationship, but the United States still have that benefit, it is still very important, and I don't think it's willing to sacrifice it readily because of its importance.